FORA.tv. The world is thinking.
One of the things that happens when organizations start to pool their data, it allows us to create new synthetic data. We can build models that predict individual people's likelihood to turn out to vote, for instance, or likelihood to be a Republican or a Democrat, or likelihood to support Obama or another candidate, or likelihood to take action on a particular issue, likelihood to potentially donate to a cause. All of those pieces of synthetic data are probabilities, they're not certainties, but they help organizations start to target their resources towards people who they might not have thought were open to their message in the past. And looking again at the campaign, we took the Ohio, all voters in Ohio in 2008, and we plotted them on this grid according to the score that we'd put next to their name, predicting whether they were Democratic or Republican. So that's what plots people on the horizontal. Then on the vertical, how likely people were to turn out or not likely they were to turn out, according again to a model score of turnout propensity. And then basically you can sort of see, if you were looking at the electorate in Ohio, which voters campaigns would potentially want to target. Voters who are highly likely to be progressive or Democrat but not likely to turn out, or folks in there in the squishy middle who are very, very likely to turn out. So those would be the classic target voters. So after the election was over, we looked at all of the individual contact points by all of the organizations that we worked with. And the greener the spot is, the more the individuals in that part of the grid, more contact they got. The red is less contact. So you can see this is a pretty good indication that the Obama and the progressive allies were really focused on people where there was the most potential for them to break through, with a very heavy emphasis down there on the swing voters who are highly likely to turn out. Now I'll show you the same kinds of plots for the Ohio campaign in 2004. Very, very different picture. And again, basically what this shows is, the progressive forces were really piling it on in the classic Democratic parts of Ohio. They were in the cities, they were in minority neighborhoods, they were talking to college campuses, they were doing all of that, and they were probably doing a fair amount of redundant effort. But when they had to go out into the suburbs, into places where it's not easy from an easy demographic standpoint to try to make a guess at where someone's political leanings might be, they were much more at sea. And there the Republicans had really stolen the march in previous elections and been able to do a much better job of identifying new niche audiences and breaking them off to support their cause than the Democrats had.